Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous. And here's her story. Hi, Ollie. Just made a donation and would appreciate your insight. I'll remain anonymous. You did a video for me maybe a year and a half ago regarding narcissistic abuse by my ex-husband. Since that time, I went through a fairly long relationship with a cheater. I finally ended that because I see that as well. I finally ended that because I see that as well as a form of narcissism, needing multiple sources of attention, a harem, etc. A few months went by and I reconnected with a male friend from my past. I always thought he was a really great guy, a creative type with a day job. We became intimate within weeks, and he was telling me he loved me and he always had loved me. First as a friend, now as a girlfriend. There was nothing I could do that would prevent him from loving me, so he said. I did not want to mislead him about long-term prospects. So within a month I told him that it was possible my job would take me elsewhere in the country. Again, he only wanted me to be happy. Whatever I could give him was enough. After about 5 weeks, his feed came up on my Facebook page. He had written a love poem clearly about me, referencing an event that had taken place, and the poem was entitled with my birth date. As mentioned, he is a creative type who in the past has composed music and more recently begun writing, so I was caught off guard, but not too surprised that he was composing poetry of a romantic sort. However, he had not shared this poem with me prior to posting it publicly on Facebook. At first I was flattered, but expressed reservations that he so publicly used my personal information without my name at this point. This post could be seen by all his friends, and once I clicked like, my friends as well, and who knows after that. About a week went by and another love poem appeared in my feed. This time he mentioned my first name twice. Ollie, I was extremely freaked out. I immediately called this guy up from 1,500 miles away where I was visiting my sister and told him he needed to remove my personally identifying information from both of his poems and stop using anything that would connect readers to me as an individual. Ollie, I had to obtain 2 restraining orders against my former husband, the second one for stalking. The new boyfriend knew about that, and the fact that I had to unfriend about 60 people when my husband had been following me in person, checked up on me on social media, and taking photos of me at my house after I filed for divorce. The artist did not take this too well. He became very upset I was interrupting his flow, and he told me he was not used to a woman not being proud of dating him. This was only after 6 weeks of seeing each other. I told him that of course I was pleased to be with him, otherwise why would I have continued to see him? However, I told him that he would need to respect my privacy. I explained I was afraid of people and did not know connecting my name and birth date for any unknown reason or nefarious purposes. Not only that, some of my Facebook friends might still be connected to my ex-husband, and he did not need to know that I was dating, and certainly not who I was dating. The guy continued to push back, but eventually communicated to me that he removed both poems from Facebook. I told him I was relieved. A few days later, he emailed me to tell me he had changed his writing process and soon I would be able to read another work. Sure enough, a new poem appeared on Facebook. This one was an angry rant, half of it in all capital letters, referencing a woman who despised a gift given to her and demanded it be returned. And that instead she wanted a weapon for her birthday. Needless to say, I was very upset by this, but I was also sick with bronchitis at the time. The poet went on to uninvite me to an event, presumably because I wasn't feeling well, but of course he didn't ask me if I was up to it. He just told me he had another friend in town and would I mind giving up the ticket he had bought for me. I have not seen this guy since then, and I know this person is destructive and possibly dangerous. I guess my question is, what is wrong with me that I cannot stay away from these horrible people? I am continually re-traumatized, and I know that I have CPTSD, although it has not been officially diagnosed because I experience emotional dysregulation as well as other symptoms. All I want is for someone to love me and not cross my boundaries. Is that too much to ask? Thank you for the work you do. Anonymous. Well, you got to get to the root of why you're attracting these type of men to begin with. And your first story about 1.5 years ago was with your first husband. Okay? Whatever it is that's causing this is in your past. Is in your, if you have CPTSD, it's in your childhood. So until I understand your childhood, until I understand your past, you're going to keep making these same mistakes over and over and over again. My question would be to you is, how similar are these guys you're bringing in to your father, to your mother? What was your relationship like with her? I mean, it's hard to say why you keep bringing in the same person. All I'm going to tell you, the answer to your problem is in your childhood. Okay, who are these guys you're bringing in with? Who do they have a connection to in the past? Who do they remind you of? Whose behavior patterns? Now, this last guy, he was just doing extreme love bombing. And the narcissist freaks out and then will discard when their love bombing is rejected. And it just goes to show you, you fall in love with guys that are incapable of love. They're incapable of loving you. They're all about themselves. So even when they're loving you, it's about them. Their love bombing and their love that they're giving isn't about you. It's about what they're drawing off you. Maybe I think he's probably the type that uses a woman as some type of writing muse. Ridiculous, but that's what it sounds like. Well, not ridiculous using a woman, but for a narcissist to have to be singling out women to write either love or hate on them, I mean, that's pretty fucking sad. Artists are supposed to draw from personal experiences, not create their own conflict and then try to draw from them. I think that's what narcissistic art types do. Most artists draw from their own fucked up, dark childhoods, their own darked up past. This guy is creating his own and then trying to write on it. That's sad. But that's what the narcissist does. They create their own reality. And I think that's probably what you're drawing in is individuals who like to create their own realities on the backs of others. But the real answer is in your past somewhere. So you're really going to have to analyze that and think like, who are these guys indicative of in your past? Got to be something. It doesn't just start with an ex-husband out of nowhere. Something leads you to be able to take that type of abuse. That answer is in your past. So I hope you can get to it. So thank you. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for another contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to help it succeed and grow and keep it going. Because this channel is sponsored 100% on contributions from all of you. It succeeds by you guys. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.